Hello everyone, and welcome along to episode 3 of Art Time with Mr. Gabe. So this week the 4th grade art class is to make a treasure map. This has to be done in 2 stages because you need to make the paper look old. You need to stain the paper using either tea or coffee to make it look like it's aged paper, like it's old vintage paper. So let's get into it, and I'll explain how that's done. The first thing we need to do is prepare the paper, and you need an oven tray to do this. This is just a big, like regular oven tray that a piece of paper will fit inside. Okay, and then you need some hot water. This is a pan of hot water and a tea bag or some coffee. This is going to stain the paper. Alright, so we're going to put that in the hot water and let that brew a little bit. Yeah, so you can use like coffee grounds, or you can use instant coffee like Nescafe if you want to, something like that. And yeah, we're just going to pour the water onto the paper like this. Put the tea bag in here as well. Going to make sure that all the water is covered. That's it, so there's no little floaty bits. That's it. Don't poke it with your finger because it will be hot. If you want to poke it, use a marker or a pencil. See how that's like squishing all of the tea out there. That's what we want, because we want the paper to be stained brown so it looks like old vintage paper. That's the idea. That's it. Alright, so you're going to want to leave that in there for quite a long time, until the water is cold and until the paper is really stained. Alright, so you're going to have to do this bit first, and then of course dry the paper before you can do the next stage. Okay, so here it is. I left my piece of paper soaking in the water with the tea bag for 3 or 4 hours, something like that. And also, so the tray that I had, it looks like the tray was really dirty, or perhaps it was an old tray and it was perhaps dusty or maybe even rusty. It was corroded, and so the paper sort of picked up all of this pattern as well, which I really like, and it definitely makes the paper look old, and that's what we want. We want the paper to look old. Okay, so I'm going to show you, we're going to start making the map. The first thing that we're going to do is to use a coin. This is a 100 colones coin, and we need that to make a circle. All treasure maps have to have a compass showing north, so that's what this circle is going to be for. And then we're going to divide that circle into 4 like this, into 4 sections: north, south, east and west. Put a smaller circle in the middle like that. I'm just doing that freehand, and then I'm going to use, you can use a ruler here if you really want to, but it should be okay without it too. Okay, so that's what we want, a shape like that. Alright, let's just add some extra detail here, just to make it even more detailed. something like that. And then of course we need the letters: north, east, south, and west. Naughty elephants squirt water. Okay, so next thing we're going to draw the island itself, the actual treasure island. Again, I'm going to do it in pencil first, just in case I want to change it. But really, it can be any kind of shape. Something like that, let's say. Let's have some mountains in the middle. I'm going to carry on with marker now, and as well as that thick marker, I'm going to use a thinner black marker too. And I'm also going to use a red marker for the X, and the X marks the spot. That's going to be in red. Okay, so one last thing that you can do is to add some color with colored pencils. But my advice here is not to do too much, and just to shade lightly with the colors. I'm just going to use a black color pencil, because I like the fact that it's a black and white map, except for the red cross, of course. But I don't want to put too much color on it, because I don't want it to look like a modern map. I want it to look old. So if I make it too colorful, it might make it won't look like such a good treasure map anymore. But just a little bit of black pencil can help in certain areas, just to kind of make things stand out a little bit, and add an extra dimension to your treasure map. Alright, so your map is almost finished now. There's one very last thing, and you would never normally do this with a finished picture, but with this one, you get to crumple it up at the end. So you're going to take your picture and scrunch it into a ball like that. Carefully open it up again, and that's going to add to that old feeling. Make it look even more old. You can tear the edges if you want to. Now, of course, go carefully. Don't do too much. See how I'm using one hand to hold the paper that I don't want to tear. I don't want it to tear too much here. I just want to tear off the edge. Yeah, okay, so that's your finished treasure map. I hope you had fun making it, and yes, you can take a picture and send it to me if you like. I want you to keep it safe and bring it back to school. So when we get back to school, imagine the big art display that we're going to have with all of this art that we've made over the quarantine period. So keep it safe and bring it to school so we can all see your treasure map when we come back. I hope that will be soon, and that we all get to see each other again soon. Okay, goodbye for now.